Welcome. Welcome to another live presentation, a live training actually for the V-Roll members only. I'm really excited. It's been a while since we've had an official live training for members only. We did quite a bit at the beginning, but it's been a while, been a bit tied up with Christmas and things like that. So I'm really excited to get into it today again, and we would love to run these a little bit more regular to help you answer your questions, but also to provide you with some solid training to help you get results. There's about 4 minutes to go before we get started. So in the meantime, if you could just do me a huge favor and let me know in the commentary below this video if you can actually hear me and see me, and that would just give me the go-ahead for us to get started. While you start typing that in, I'm just going to say hi to a few people. Let me just scroll up. So I have Greg and Fiona Scott here. Great to have you on board. Actually, they might not be here. They're asking for the replay. Yes, of course, there will be a replay. Dave, looking forward to it. Great to see you on here, Dave. I'm not sure if you're on here live right now. Now, we've got a lot of guests here, people with guest names. If you'd like to get your name on there, it might be nice because then I'll be able to identify you if you've got a question, and you can just add it in the chat roll. You got to click on something special to just make sure your name comes through. If you get stuck, ask someone else who's got a name in there. Ask them how they did it. All right, so we've got Jose or Jose Tavares. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Great to have you on here. I've got a cool question that I'll get into a bit later. A few more guests saying hi. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. This is a member-only training, of course, so only paying members of the V-Roll system is in here. So I hope you feel privileged. And it's Ruth. Oh, sorry, Ruth Anitha. She's also here. Great. Mick Hawes. Great to have you here. And Julie O'Callaghan, great to have you here as well. Anne, awesome to have you here. Ed Fortau, you can see and hear me? Okay, great. Great. Now, there's just a little bit of noise happening here. I'm just going to flick over to my back in a sec screen, and then we'll get started in about 1 minute to go. All right, give me a second. Where is this? All right, sorry about that. We just had someone vacuum cleaning close by that was a bit noisy, and I want this to be distraction free. All right, we've got 1 minute to go before we're going to get started. Now, there might be a slight delay in this broadcast. Maybe it's about 30 seconds, but that's just how it is. But this is live. This is definitely very live. Great, so I'm getting people to say that they can hear and see me. That's fantastic. And we'll get started right now. All right, so welcome to another live training for only members of V-Roll. My name is Gideon Shelwick. I'm one of the co-founders of V-Roll along with JC and Sophie. We're delighted to have you here. It's been a while since we've had our previous training, and really looking forward to share some great information with you today. Today's call is all about helping you optimize your video ad campaigns. Now, I'm going to show you a case study where I ran a test to send traffic to one of my sites, and at the beginning, on the first day, my click-through rate was pretty horrible. I think it was 21%. And if you did the math, the cost of a click worked out about 39 cents, and I managed to bring it down to just 8 cents. Using some very, very simple things. And seriously, if I can do it, you can too. And that's my little disclaimer. I'm not a super duper expert with optimization. There's some people that are much better at it than I am, and we might get those sort of people on the call as well in the future. But I'm just going to show you what I did to get that dramatic improvement. I've got a few other cool things to talk about today as well. That's going to be the main thing. I do want to talk a little bit about AdWord compliant pages, because some people had some trouble with that. And welcome to all the new members. By the way, welcome. VRoll is really on a roll right now. VRoll. Oh my goodness. Hopefully my jokes get better as we go through this. But I do want to talk about the AdWord compliant pages a little bit as well, and show you just some tips and things you need to consider. Some people were having some issues with that. And then I'll open up the lines for questions and answers. We do have JC in the chat role below this video, so he might be able to answer some questions for you already. I'm not sure if he'll be there all the time, but have a look out for JC, and he might be able to get back to you. JC, sorry if I'm putting you on the spot there. But I will also open up the lines. I've got a Skype line open that I'll tell you about a bit later, that you can call in and ask me a question. All right, that's a long enough introduction. And please feel free to help each other in the comments area. Have a bit of a chat there. That's the whole point of having the comments area below this video when it's live. Unfortunately, when it's not live, then you can't join in the comments, of course. All right, so I'm going to get into it. So let me flick over to my main screen here. So this is the page where I wanted to drive traffic to. So this is for one of my other businesses called Splashio. And I wanted to drive traffic to this page. And it's funny, I actually set this up during another live call just as an example to show people how the software works. And the next day I noticed that the click-through rate wasn't that great, and I just did a few little things to improve it. But the interesting thing about this case study was that as I set up the campaign, I didn't even really take much notice or do much research or much work for finding the right targets. So just keep that in mind. I didn't really think about it all that carefully. And so what I'm saying is that if you just think about it a little bit more, you'll probably get even better results. So just wanted to mention that. So I wanted to drive traffic to this site. And so I created a little ad, and I selected, I think, 5 different targets, targeting groups. We're using my keyword search tool in VRoll. So I did something like, if I remember right, video intro. In fact, back then when I did this, we didn't even have this cool new feature in here where you can actually see the total views of the top 20 views for each of the keywords. So it's pretty cool. Actually, I'm gonna. Yeah, so I didn't. All I'm saying is I didn't have this with this test, but I just want to show you this because it's so cool. If I click on Get All there, you don't have to always click on Get All because it takes a bit of time to find that data, and that's why we make it an option. But you can do it individually for each keyword phrase as well. And now I can sort them by most popular to least popular. Now I can see very easily all these amazing keyword phrases that I could use. Now keep in mind, I didn't have this capability when I set up my ad. So I just picked some random keywords. Seriously, it was random, and I to be honest, I didn't do a good job at picking the ones. I think I had something. I picked this one here actually, video introduction. And if you think about my business, it's all about creating video intros, little logo animations for this business. But I selected video introduction. Now, when you think about video introduction, that keyword phrase pops up almost everywhere. There's a video introduction of this lecturer that did that. There's a video introduction of, I don't know, some Hollywood show. So that the word video introduction was actually very untargeted, and it gave me some pretty, irrelevant videos as a result. So keep that in mind. I didn't even do a good job. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on this. So I selected 5 of these keywords, and then I set up my ad. I'm going to quickly show you the actual ad, the video that I created for it, so that you'll see all of this in context. And then I'm going to show you the campaign and the first day's results and how it wasn't that great and what I did to fix it. So let me stream that in or cue that in. Okay, here we go. You ready? Here we go. Okay, so that was the little video ad that I created using one of the templates inside VRoll, and it came out pretty nice. And so that's the other thing. So that's actually something that I did do well. I had a good message in there, and if you've seen me talk about this before, it's so important to get audience to message match. That is the key thing to get right. So first of all, do your targeting using the keyword search tool. So you find the right videos to show your ads in front of, and then secondly, create a good message inside your video that matches that. So that's the beginning really of making sure you have the right beginning starting point for making sure your ads perform. If you get that wrong, then even your optimization is not going to do that much difference. So you got to make sure you get the right targets and then the right message in your video to those targets. So that's really important. And if there's a need for it, let me know inside the comments area. We can have more training on that and how to get better targets, how to create a better video or video script. And of course, if you haven't seen it yet, let me just show you this. It's pretty cool. Inside VRoll, under the Learn section, we do have a script writing guide, and that'll help you download it. It's about 20 pages long. That'll really help you create a really nice script for your video. All right, so now for the campaign. So I went through the process and submitted that to AdWords using the campaign builder inside VRoll. And let me show you what happened. Are you ready? I mean, are you... Okay, I'm not going to build it up more. I think you're ready. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me get this. Okay, so here it is. So this is what it looks like. I might zoom in a little bit for you so that you can see a bit better. All right, so this is what it looked like. So it's just a test that I ran. And you'll see overall here for the whole campaign, if we combine all of it together, including the bad results at the beginning, I ended up with about 841 clicks and 957 views. So I didn't quite get a positive or a more than 100% click-through rate, but it was still pretty good. In fact, let's calculate that to see. So I'll get my little magic calculator out here. So we had 841 divided by 957. So around about an 87% click-through rate for that particular ad. And overall, if I do the math, how much did I spend on that? So the total cost was $100. All right, so I spent $100 to get 841 clicks. So overall, if I include all the bad results, I was able to get those clicks for about 11 cents or 12 cents. Not bad. Not too bad at all. But you can improve it a lot, of course. So let me show you what happened on the first day. So, and this is also what I recommend when you do this. Run your campaign for the first day. Just let it run. Get your targets in there, get your campaign in there and everything, get it going. And then just run it for a day, at least a day, maybe even 2 days. I did this for 1 day and then I made changes. Run it for 1 day and just see what happens. Okay, so let me show you what happened on the first day. So if I click on here, so 9th of January, so it's not too long ago, you'll see here that, it's just updating now. Show rows. Why is this not updating for that particular day? This is supposed to update now. So there's something not quite right here. Let me see if I can change it up here. Let's see if I refresh. The joy of doing things live. Okay, it's just almost there. Now let's see if it'll remember that setting. Yes, okay, so all right, so here now you can see, let's see if I can zoom in even more so those numbers are nice and big for you. You'll see here that I got 51 clicks and only 51 clicks over 232 views, which is, I mean, actually the interesting thing is that this is still not a terrible result. For a lot of advertisers on YouTube out there, they would look at this and go, that's pretty good. You know? From what we've seen, it's not a good result. And so let me show you what happened here. So 51 clicks over 232 views, which if you do the math, it's not a great conversion rate. So 51 over 232. So about a 21% click-through rate. And the cost there, we spent about $20.18. Divide that by 51 clicks. The cost for the clicks worked out about 39 cents. Or 40 cents actually if you round it up. So not great. So then I looked at that and I thought, okay, well, let's see what we can do. So, and here comes the first thing. Are you ready for it? So the first thing that you need to do after that 24-hour period is extremely simple. It is like a 5-year-old, maybe a 10-year-old could do this, but seriously, it is very easy. The only trouble is it's a bit time consuming. So the first thing I did, and I didn't even do it for all my targets. This is the funny thing. I screwed it up basically, and it still worked. Okay. So what I did was I went into my targets. Let me share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. Sorry, so I just scrolled up a bit here and went into my targets for that particular campaign. And all I did was I went to look at these targets. So I went to this first one and I went to have a look at it. So I click on it and I went to look at the actual placements for that particular target. So there's 500 in there. And what I found for this particular one was that I had a bunch of really unrelated videos in there. Look at this: Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Walking Dead Survival Instincts. So these, remember what I said at the beginning there, how that first keyword that I targeted was video introductions. Now what happened was that it pulled up a lot of other really popular videos that didn't actually have anything to do with animated logos or video intros, as we call them. So it's a similar phrase that appears in a lot of other videos that are unrelated. So I saw that and thought, oh no, this is not good. And I was getting a lot of views for these things, which and really low clicks. I was getting views and clicks, but very low clicks because these videos were so unrelated. So what I did was I went through this and basically selected individually all of these videos that were not related, and it's pretty easy to see. I mean, J. Cole intro, that's definitely nothing to do with logo animations. Jason Mraz, I don't even know how to pronounce this dude's name, very popular guy, but that's not related. French Montana, True Detective, French Prince of Bel-Air, oh my goodness, none of these were actually related. And then I basically selected all of them and then kept these ones that were actually related. So here's one that came up: how to make a free intro. Is another one: top 10 intro templates. And I just went through the whole thing, and you can do a bulk actions here. You can select all these ones and then just go change status and pause them. You can either pause them or remove them. It's up to you. It doesn't really matter. If you remove them, it's probably going to be a bit clearer to see the ones that are working. So anyway, I went through just that first targeting group. I did that, and then I also did that with another targeting group. So there were 5 targeting groups, and I just did it with 2 of them, the 2 that were getting the most views at that stage. So let me show you what happened just after I did that. So the next day. So I let it run for another day, and then let's see what happens. So if I go back to my screen here, and we just get rid of these filters and just show you the campaign again. And I want to show you the next day. So this was on the 9th, the first day. So then on the 10th, this is when after I made those first two changes. So once again, I didn't even do all of them. And by the way, just so you don't worry about this, if there's a question in your mind, why, if you're asking why did I get all those unrelated videos, is this going to be an issue for you too? Well, it's only an issue if your keyword is not a good one. In general, if you pick the right keywords, your videos should be a lot more targeted. And I saw that as well with my other targeting groups. The number of videos that were in there that were really targeted were a lot more than that first one that was just a terrible keyword. But anyway, I kept going with it. All right, so here's the second day. And let's look at the results here. Let's see if I just go to the campaign tab. So we see the results for the campaign. So just on the second day, this is what happened. So we got 149 clicks now over 172 views. So in terms of improvement here, let's see. So previously we had a 21% click-through rate, and now we're getting 149 clicks over 172 views. So now, just with that very simple, very simple change, we improved our click-through rate by, what's that, is it 400%? You divide the 86 by the 21? 4 times. A 4 times better result for the click-through rate. And the cost per click worked out, it's $20.02 divided by 149. So just on the second day, I brought the cost down from 39 cents per click to 13 cents per click. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think you can do this? I mean, if you're new to this, if you're a bit more pro at this, you're probably just going to go, yeah, okay, that's straightforward. But seriously, for the optimization, the first stage is like the 80-20. The most important thing you can do is just to get rid of those videos that are not performing for you. Just pause them. That's the first thing you do. And that's all I did. Now, I didn't even do it with all my targets, and look at the overall improvement that I got. If you actually go into the individual target, the results are even better. So what I did then, I just kept on doing that every day. In fact, I've got a little spreadsheet here of the things that I did. And it's kind of embarrassing because it was over the weekend and I got a little bit lazy. If I just zoom in here, you can see my notes. So here I did it over 3 days. So here's my notes. First day, general keyword phrases for some of the targets. Removed a lot of the links for targets 1 and 5 that were irrelevant, and I didn't even worry about conversion tracking because it was just a trial. So on the second day we got a massive improvement. It's like almost 400% or 4 times improvement. And then I think I didn't even do anything on that second day. And then the third day I paused some more videos from target 4. Not all of them because I was kind of lazy. I wanted to spend time with my family, and also paused 2 more irrelevant videos from target 3. So let's see what happened on day 3 then, just from doing that. And once again, I didn't even I didn't even go through all the links. So if I wanted an even better result, I'd go through all the links for all the targets. Yes, it is a bit time consuming, but you could get someone else to do this for you. They just read the title of the videos, make sure ask the question, is it actually related to what you're trying to do. So let's have a look at what happened on the third day. I think we just kept on getting improvements. So this time we got 183 clicks from 182 views. So already now we've jumped from an 80-something% click-through rate to a more than 100% click-through rate. How cool is that? And I think it just kept on getting better as we went. So 200 on the next day, 254 clicks from 209 views. And this last day I think was pretty good as well. 204 clicks from 161 views. So just kept on getting better basically. And I think if you go into one of the targets, so that one that I originally improved, the click-through rate was insane. Let's just have a look at that. Yeah, you'll see 118. Where was it now? I think it was for the whole view. for the whole week. Let me just get that right for you. So starting from there to about there, yeah. Let's get this right. Okay, and apply that so we can see the whole period. Actually, let's remove the first day so that we remove the bad results from the first day to see how much it improved. So we'll go from the 10th. Okay, so if you look at this result here, 458 clicks from 314 views. Let me just see the math on that. So for that particular target, 458 divided by 314, right? So it's like 146% click-through rate for that target. So we got, for every 100 views that got registered, we got 145 clicks. That's actually the best one we've had so far. Normally we expect about 40 to 50% click-through rate. For the better ones, we're sitting at about 80%. This one was great because I spent a bit more time optimizing it. And you saw that's all I did. That's all I did. I just turned off some videos that were not performing well. So it's not even looking at finding better targets, like for the keyword research or keyword search. I didn't even bother with that to improve that. I didn't even bother with increasing or improving my video message. It's the other thing you can do. I didn't even look at changing my bids or my budgets. That's all I did. And I wanted to show you this because it's so cool. It can have such a dramatic difference to your campaign. And if you do the math once again here in terms of cost, if we just do it for this particular target, we spent how much money on that particular one? $35.41. So 35.41 divided by 458 clicks, right? So not even 8 cents. It's like 7.7 cents that we ended up paying. So we started with around about 39 cents, right? That was for the whole campaign. To bring it down for this target only to like 7 or 8 cents per click. Over a 10,000 click kind of campaign. Imagine what's the savings on that. You can do the math. I'm not going to do the math for you now. You can intuitively, you can just tell the incredible amount of savings you could have. And so here's the thing. If you can bring down the cost of your clicks, cost of your views and cost of your clicks, that's going to give you much more to play with to help you get that positive return on investment. Okay? So this is essential, that you bring down the cost of your clicks. And sometimes right off the bat of the starting blocks or whatever on the first day, the results may not look all that great. It might still look pretty good compared to other things like normal AdWords or Facebook, but compared to what you can do on YouTube ads, it might not look that great. And then all you do, first thing, get rid of these videos that are not relevant. Just pause them or remove them. Okay, and then see what difference that makes, and do it over a few days, and try and just get rid of all the videos that are not sending you good qualified views and traffic. Okay, so that's the first thing that you can do. In fact, that's all I did for this campaign. But I'm going to show you a couple of other things you can do as well to help you optimize this. And once again, my disclaimer is I'm not a super duper good guy with numbers and with optimizations. My thing is more about the creative stuff. I love creating the videos. I love thinking about the new features for VRoll and this sort of thing. So as we build our team, we'll strengthen that area and help you even more. But we will definitely perhaps get someone on board. Let me know in the comments area if you do want someone to just train you just on that specifically, and we'll see what we can do about that. All right, so the other things you can do to help optimize your campaign is, let me get my notes out to make sure I'm in the right order. Okay, so the next thing to do is to basically adjust your cost per view bid or bids that you have for those videos. So let me show you how to do that. So in your AdWords interface, the place to do it is under your targets. So let me just go to the campaigns. So you find your little video campaign, and there it is. So click on that, your campaign, and then go to the little targets tab. And now you can do basically, you can change your maximum cost per view bids for each of your targets. That's pretty cool, right? And the way to do it is you just go here to the targeting tab, and then for each of the targets, you can click on this little pencil, and then you can change it. Now, the way to do this is to, intelligently I guess, is to look at what's happening with your campaign. So in this particular case, you'll see that my average cost per view was 11 cents. Now, what's that saying? It's basically saying that this is on average, right, over the whole campaign. On average, I only paid 11 cents per view. So it means that in some cases I paid more. I probably paid up to 20 cents for some of them. And in some cases I paid a lot less. Now, what's likely happened there is that you got a few clicks or views on those expensive videos at maybe 20 cents. In this case, maybe there are quite a few at 20 cents. And what you can do is you can go in there in your placements and have a look at those videos, the most expensive ones, and ask yourself the question: are they performing well? Are they actually relevant? Are they sending good traffic? Are they converting into leads and sales? And if not, you just turn them off. That's one way of doing it. The other way, simple way of doing it, like a shortcut, is just to go back to the interface here and just reduce your maximum cost per view and see what happens. So this would probably cut out, like if I take this down to say even just something like 15 cents. That for that particular target now, it will cut off those videos that were sending me traffic for anywhere from 16 to 20 cents per view. So what's that going to do to my average cost per view then? That'll bring it down. Okay, so this is what you can do as well, and this is worth testing and just seeing how things work. But for example, here it's 11 cents per view, and I've brought it down to just 15. So I don't bring it down to just 11 right on the mark. I bring it a little bit higher so that it still gives me those videos that are a bit more popular, perhaps, and where there's, it's a bit harder to bid for. And so you can go through each of your targets and do the same thing. So that's the second way of optimizing. So the first one was just purely to get rid of the irrelevant videos. Secondly, just change your cost per view bid, like I've just shown you. And the next way, the third way that you can optimize is, and this is not really, this is more of a scaling thing. It comes into it, but it could make a difference to how many views and clicks you get, and that is to increase your daily budget, your daily spend. So let me show you what that looks like and where to do that. So if you scroll up here to the top of my campaign, you'll see my daily budget is $20. Now, in some cases, if your daily budget is not high enough, AdWords will limit that campaign. They do this sometimes, and I guess it's their way of getting people to spend more money. But they sometimes limit the campaign when the daily budget is too low. And oftentimes, all you have to do is just increase that budget, the daily budget, and then it opens up the floodgates, so to speak, and it gets you those views and clicks again. And quite often, you can just bring that budget back down again once it opens, and it seems to then keep the floodgates open. You've got to do your own testing with this as well, because sometimes it's industry dependent, and we can't test all different industries and all different campaigns. We can only tell you what we've learned from our own campaigns and our own testing. But that's certainly something you can try out if you're struggling to get views. So adjust that daily budget. Now, the next thing you can do is to improve your targeting. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. So remember what I said at the beginning. The the most important thing for getting this right is your audience to message match, right? So at the beginning, you got to target the right audience. You got to show them the right message. That's what it comes down to. So this is another thing you can do to optimize and to create even better campaigns. So if we go to the VRoll interface under targeting, and I've already talked about this. I just want to go through this for the sake of completeness. If I do that same example again, video intro. Now, way back when not way back, it's like only a few weeks ago when I did that particular campaign, we didn't have this cool little way of figuring out, the most popular videos. So you can do this now. You can click on that get all, or just do it individually for each of the keyword phrases if there's too many of them, and then sort them. Boom. So now with this new way of doing it, you can go through these and say which are the most popular ones, but also which are the most relevant ones. So I can now very clearly, and also in hindsight, see that this particular keyword phrase is not a very good one. So I'm going to skip that one for my future campaigns. Video intro video. Well, I'm not sure about that. It might be still too general. Video intro for YouTube. Now that looks a lot more targeted. Video intro might still be too general. Video intro music. Well, that's not related really to me. Video intro opening. That might be a good one. Video intro movie. Not really. Video intro age. Not really. Best video intro music. Let's just scroll down. So video intro tutorial. That might be a good one. So see what I'm doing here? I'm looking for all the keyword phrases that are like super targeted for my campaign. There's some really good ones here. Video intro Sony Vegas. That's a good one because I know that people searching for this would also be interested in creating their own video intros, and they might be interested in buying some intros from me. So there's a bunch here that are way more targeted than the original 5 that I used. Trust me on that. So you can use this tool to really look at which ones are the most relevant, and then also gauge the sort of size of the number of videos or views that you might be able to get access to for each particular keyword phrase. So what are we up to? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 ways that you can optimize. And then the final way, the 5th way that you can optimize, there's probably many other ways as well, but these are the 5 main things that we do, is to look at your message, the message inside your video. For example, are you first of all grabbing their attention right at the beginning? Are you calling them are you calling them out? Are you saying, hey, are you having this problem? For that little video example that I had, actually, let me just quickly check again. What was it? The splash share one. Just stream that in. So see how it started with need a new intro for your video? So that's like super targeted. Like do you need a new intro for your video? It's either yes or no. So you're either going to click skip or keep watching the video and click on the ad. So are you doing that correctly? Are you really grabbing their attention right at the beginning? Is it like, are you really calling out your audience and the problem or frustration, need, want, desire, whatever they're having? Are you doing that right at the beginning? Are you drawing them into your video in the next few seconds? Are you talking about the main benefit, the unique selling proposition of your video? Do you have a really good trigger that you get them for taking action? And is your call to action appropriate? Are you asking them to actually click on the video? And I'd really encourage you to check out this report that I wrote. It's quite a new one under Learn in the training in the VRoll platform, script writing guide. If you haven't read that yet, please read it. That can help you tremendously for improving the scripts for your videos. And this is your way for getting your message right. So if you do your targeting right, now this one's for your messaging. Those two things marriage together, and you're using the VRoll platform to help you create all that, and then submit it to AdWords. Boom, magic happens. And now you can also, of course, create your own videos that are not from the VRoll templates. You can, of course, you can do that. takes more time, obviously, and more resources, more money. But you might be able to get even better results when you have a talking head kind of video. But seriously, from what you've seen, that particular template that I showed you, that's the one that converted at 145% with that particular campaign for that target. So they work really well, and I would say they work probably even better than a lot of people's multi-$1,000 video ads. I mean, some of these companies spend crazy amounts, like on a 30-second ad, 40-second ad. They spend like tens of thousands of dollars, and you can get these little ads created for dollars to get amazing results. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick look at the comments area, making sure that everything is still going well. Right, so looks like a couple of people had some issues with the recording. So JC has been talking to them. Lost sound. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, so sound's back. So, right. I'm just going to keep on going. Sorry, I can't read all the comments. JC is there to help you guys out. What I want to do just quickly is go through some quick guidelines for creating an AdWords compliant landing page. Once again, I'm not a super pro at this, but if you want to, please let me know in the comments area. We can find someone who is a super pro and who's got a lot more experience at this that can perhaps give you some specific training on this. Let me know in the comments area if that is of interest to you, and we can see what we can do about that. So, what we know about this, and here's the thing, Google, the information they provide can sometimes be quite general. That's the first thing. They don't always provide you with the perfect information. It's kind of difficult to find. And what makes it even more complicated is that, there's often different people who, in Google, when they look at your ad and they approve it, who they apply the rules differently. So there's variability too, which makes it just annoying and interesting. But there are some things that is very clear that they don't allow, and then some things that they do allow, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'll do my best here just to give you some quick guidelines on what we found that works really well, and some things you need to consider. So if we go back to my screen here, if I want to use this, my Splasheo site as an example. So the sort of things, from our understanding, what Google and AdWords are looking for is a page, a landing page that basically creates a really nice user experience. So from Google's point of view, they want to make sure that when someone clicks on an ad from one of their ads, the AdWords ads, they want to make sure there's a good experience for that user. Otherwise, if they don't do that, what's going to happen? People are going to stop clicking on the ads, right? And what's going to happen then? Google will make less money, and that makes them unhappy. So for them, it is just critical that there's a great user experience when people click on these ads. So that's like the underlying theme. Asking yourself, when someone clicks on the ad and they get to your landing page, does it create a good experience for the user? And oftentimes, a good user experience from Google's point of view is good and relevant and high quality, useful content. So if someone's clicking on a link or an ad, that they get to a page that there's good information to read on it. It's relevant to the ad. It's not something dodgy. It's not something that just tries to sell them something or just try to get the email address. It actually is other things too that helps create a good experience. Now, in saying that, it doesn't mean that you have to completely ignore the rules of conversion, right? So you can still get a high converting page and have all these other elements. And this is what I want to show you with our Splasheo landing page. This is actually our home page. As you can see, it's pretty much a squeeze page. It's there's the main thing here is getting people to sign up for this free report for getting leads. And so it's very focused on getting the lead, but it also has other things here. It has a way out for visitors as well, in case I don't want to just subscribe first off. So you'll see here we have other links here at the top of the page. If I go to the products link, for example, it has a different page. It's actually a sales page, but there's more information about these products and what they do. There's case studies, there's testimonials, all this sort of stuff, right? There's some more stuff, some free downloads. This is providing a good user experience. People will love this. They can download stuff here for free. They don't actually have to give me anything. They can just download it, no problem. There's no opt-in required or no payment required for this. And very important, there's a contact us or a contact page where people can click on and then get in touch with us. Some people, if you put a phone number there, if you're okay with that and your business is like that, if you're able to put a phone number there, that's going to count hugely in your favor from Google's point of view. Now, if I just go back to the home page, some other things here. On this particular page, we also decided to put some comments on. So there's a lot of social proof here showing that other people are enjoying the page as well. But very importantly, down the bottom, if you scroll right down, we have these things here: a privacy policy, a purchasing agreement, terms of conditions, and once again the contact us link. So it's the same one as the other one. So this is super important. Google and YouTube and AdWords, they look at this. They want to see that. They basically want to. My understanding of it is that they want to make sure that you're a real business, and that you've got your act together, and that essentially when someone comes to your website and they engage with you, you need to have some sort of a legal agreement with that. With every website, it needs that sort of a legal agreement, and so they require this. Privacy policy and in your terms of conditions. We've added in the purchase agreement as well, but those things are super important to have on your page. So what we see quite often of people who don't get their ads approved is often when they use something like, there's a bunch of really great landing page creators out there at the moment, like Lead Pages and ClickFunnels, Fusion HQ, I think Megaphone. There's quite a few around. And some of them do have AdWords compliant pages in there. But for a lot of them, they don't. And often we see people submitting ads that are actually hosted on these other services. So that's a no-no. You'll much more likely get a good result if you're hosting those pages on your own domain, the domain and website that you own, and where there's other relevant content on it. So think about that. When you create these lead pages or landing pages with other software, see if you can get those pages on your own domain where there's already existing great content and linking to great content. Maybe you've got a blog link there. We've got, what we could do here to improve this even more is have a blog on this site with relevant and useful articles. They look at that, the sites and pages you link to. They look at your overall site. They don't just look at your landing page, and they want to make sure that overall you're providing value. So be careful of that when you do use these other services. Get it on your own domain. Make sure there's a way out for people with these sort of other links and other useful information. And it goes without saying you can't promote stuff that are dodgy, and I'm not even going to list them. You can do your own research on that, but there's some obvious things that you definitely can't do, on Google and AdWords. So keep that in mind. Also, they do sometimes look at the actual content, and if your content is over hypey and making exaggerated claims and promises, sometimes they disapprove landing pages like that as well, even if they're on good content sites as well. So that's the other thing to look at. Make sure that your claims on your website is not like on your landing page. It's not like over the top, and it doesn't make these unbelievable promises. It's got to be believable. It's got to be useful and relevant, and above board. Really. And once again, they just want to make sure that their users, the AdWords users, or the people who go on YouTube and click on the ads, or on Google and click on the ads, they want to make sure that those people have a good experience. So here's a really nice shortcut tip for you. One way to try and figure out what good landing pages are is to go on YouTube and watch ads. Watch those video ads and click on them. Click on the ads and go to the landing pages, because you know they're already been approved. See what they've done. Learn from that. Another way, if you don't like watching videos, is if I share my screen, is to just do a Google search. So for example, I could do something like video intro animations, perhaps for my business. And then I can see here, cool, there's a couple of ads here. Now let's click on them and see what their landing pages look like. So maybe I can do one for logo animations too. Let's see who's advertising there. Okay, there's actually a YouTube video. Actually nobody advertising for that. Let's just do singular. Great, there's nobody advertising for that, so that's perhaps not a great keyword then. Let's see, video animation, something like that. And here's a bunch of ads here, so I can look at these guys. They've all been approved by Google already, by AdWords, and you can see there. You can see what's going on. This is an interesting one, and this is what I'm saying. Sometimes you get things like this and you go, well, my page looks exactly the same and it's not getting approved. But it's probably in this case, if you go to the home page, if I click on that and open a new tab, it's linked to the main site. And the main site, there's, a lot more cool stuff, a lot more links, a lot more useful information, relevant stuff. So that's interesting. That's an interesting one. Let's look at the next one. So there's a lot of links and stuff here. And, it's a balance as well. You gotta balance creating a good experience with trying to increase your conversion rate for what you want to do. Look at this, guys. They have a real big number there. They've got lots of other content here. If you go down the bottom, I'm sure there's a privacy policy, terms and conditions, and this sort of stuff. And you can go through all of these. Here's quite a good one. So nice, very optimized for getting people to try it out. There's other. Let's see what else they've got here. Towards the bottom, there's the terms and conditions and privacy policy. And I would say they're linking. If I go to their main site, interesting. So here's another interesting one. So, it's on the Wishy domain still, which is a very big site. So that's probably why they can get away with not having a navigation structure at the top. And they're YouTube certified, so that's going to help a lot. Odesk, that goes without saying. They're a massive site, a lot of useful stuff here for the landing page, etc., etc. So just wanted to show you that as a couple of shortcuts to help you find other AdWords compliant pages. All right, so that's basically the official part of the training that I wanted to show you. What I'd like to do next is get you to ask me a question, and I know there's been a ton of questions in the Q and the chat box below, but what I'd like to do now is open up the lines. I've got Skype open here, and let me just quickly get this going for you. Let me show you the place where to go. So if you'd like to get in touch with me right now, if you want to call me on Skype, my Skype ID is Ask Gideon. So if you go to Skype and look for the username Ask Gideon, I'll get you approved, and then if you could just let me know whether you want to just do a video or audio chat. Just type video or audio, and I'll know which one you would like, and then we can have a chat. So I'm just going to take a quick break, and then we'll get back to getting into these questions and answers. So Ask Gideon, quickly write that down, because I'm going to change the screen now, and hook up with me on Skype, and then we'll get into the Q&A, and we'll spend maybe we'll see half an hour to an hour on it, depending on how many questions there are. All right, so I'll be back in a sec. All right, so I'm gonna have a look at the Skype lines now and see who's there. See if anybody wants to have a chat. So, all right, So I've got Jose. Jose, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, but you can tell me. I'm gonna see if I can bring you in on the Skype call, and fingers crossed this works. So here we go. Calling Jose. Jose's been on the call before. Jose, how you doing?
Hi, Gideon. Very nice. Let
Okay.
me.
Yeah, just pause your video for now.
Yeah, sure. Hi.
How you doing?
Good. Very good.
Awesome, awesome.
I'm I'm doing some ads, and I'm very I mean I like very much the Vero platform. It's very nice.
Awesome, great.
And what I'm asking you is how can I improve my ads, because I had some let me show you. I send you the my views and my clicks,
Oh,
but
yes.
my clicks are not so good.
Okay.
Do you think that, do you think I should place take more placements to my segmentations? Because I ask you, how many channels, how many groups should I have to have in
Hmm.
each ad, in each campaign?
Okay. All right. So, um, getting more clicks, getting a better click-through rate, and bringing down that cost per click might not necessarily be. Oh, adding more targets might not necessarily improve that. What might improve it is better targets. So that's the first thing I would look at. Better targeting. So, for example, have you already looked at your placements? Have you gone into the placements and looked at the actual videos that are sending you views and clicks? And have you gone through that and maybe just turned off the ones that are not very relevant? Have you gone through that process yet?
Yes. After I heard you today, I did some right now, so I have to wait until tomorrow to see what happened.
Okay.
But it's a good idea. I mean, it's nice. I did some. I also uh, uh, I also changed my bid for the ads. I did all the three things that you said to do,
Okay.
and so I have to wait until tomorrow to see what happened.
Well, okay, great. I mean, that'd be actually fantastic. If you, by the way, am I saying Jose? Is that the right way to say it? I think you told me last time.
Yes, Jose.
Okay,
Yes, Jose.
Jose, that might be quite good if you can get back to us with the results from that, from making these improvements. I was actually blown away by just that one thing I did, was changing the placements, turning the videos off that were not performing well. That made a massive difference. And it makes sense, like if you think about it, if there's a video playing that's not related to your advertisement, of
Mhm.
course, people are not going to click on it. They're going to, what sometimes happen is some people just, they might even still watch past the 30 seconds. And so it'll activate that view and you'll pay for it. But because it's not relevant, they won't click. And sometimes people will just watch it because they'll think, oh, this looks interesting. But then when they get to the end, they go, oh, okay, actually, it's not what I want. And then, yeah, it's still, if it gets past 30 seconds, it still gets activated as a view and you pay for it. But if you then turn off those videos that are just not related, and it's easy to spot them inside your placements as well. You can do a sort um, for by views, and you can see if it's sending a lot of views, and you look at the actual video, you can actually click on it and watch the video. And the video, if the video is not related but it's sending a lot of views, you're probably paying a lot of money unnecessarily for those particular videos. So just turn them off. Just turn them off.
Yeah, that
Mm.
that was happened.
Yeah.
That happened. Really. Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, along the same lines there, what you can also do, and you might have done this already, but is to go back to VRoll, the keyword search tool, and dig around a bit more, for keyword phrases that might be more appropriate, that might be even more targeted, and think in terms of your target audience. Think about in terms of what stage they're at in their buying cycle. Are they just looking for information at this stage? Are those the people you want to target, or are you targeting people who are ready to buy, or are you targeting people who are upset about an existing purchase? So get into the mind of your target audience and think, what do they want to search for right now, and what can you offer them right now, and making sure that you target those right videos. That's very, very important. So that's something to do as well. And you can, I think that the more time you spend with it as well, the more you'll get to know your audience and who the right target audience is. With the Splashio business, what we're finding is that there's a lot of freeloaders. People they just want to get free intros done for their videos. And of course, we sell intros. We don't do it for free. So for that business, even we've got to change it more to find those people who want an intro, but they don't want to pay for it. I mean, they do want to pay for it. So maybe looking at more businesses. So looking at, you see the example that I'm saying, right? So looking more at those people that are ready to take action on your ads.
Right. You mean go more deep in my target group to see what I can find.
Yeah, have a look there. You can probably get some pretty good ideas going into your actual campaign, into the targets, and looking at the individual videos that are doing well. The ones that are relevant and that are sending you good views. Unfortunately, it's so silly in YouTube, and we might be able to fix this soon. We might be able to help out with V-Roll, put it that way. But when you go to the placements view, it doesn't show you the clicks that each video sends you. We haven't found a way to show a column that shows you the clicks. It's really annoying. You can see it per target though. So perhaps what you can do is look at the targets that are getting good click-through rates, and then look at those videos that are getting good views, and model on them. Watch those videos, and that might even give you ideas for other keywords that you could target, or other kinds of videos that you could target. So that, digging in will definitely help as well.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Great.
If I have any more questions, I send you an email, and I would like to thank you very much. And I'm like I said, the platform I'm really enjoying. It's very great.
Awesome. So good to hear. Actually, if you'd be interested, Jose, we're just starting a new thing where we'll start featuring some of our customers, our users. So if you want to be part of that, and anybody listening to this, you can send us some of your results or a case study to support@vroll.com, and we'd love to feature you in any of our promotions in the future as a potential case study or something like that. So if you do want to do that, or even if it's just testimonial, just send it through to support@vroll.com.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. Thank you so much, Jose.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Great questions from Jose. All right. So next person I'm going to bring in is Frederick Schoberg. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's a pretty cool surname. I'm going to accept that first, Frederick. All right. And now I'm going to try video. Let's try video. See if you're keen for video, Frederick. He's just saying that he's away at the moment, but let's see if he answers. It'd be cool if we can get a video on here, a video call. It's the whole reason why I'm setting these things up like this. I'm going to give Frederick a couple more rings. Oh, here we go. Is that somebody? Frederick, if you can hear this, answer. Okay, Frederick, your time is up. Oh, wait. Somebody there?
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
You called me. Hi.
Frederick, how you doing?
Hi. I did it. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I didn't actually have any questions or anything because I'm not really there yet with set up with the web page. I just added you as a contact for like a
Oh, right.
future.
Okay, no problem. Well, good to
No
have you on the
worries.
call anyway, Frederick. How do you pronounce your
it's really
surname?
interesting. I take notes.
Okay, good. How do you pronounce your surname?
Sjöberg. It's a Swedish name.
You'll have to say that again.
Sjöberg.
That's a tough one. I think I'm not
Yeah.
gonna quite try.
It means sea mountain in
Okay, all
English.
right.
Yeah.
My surname, my real surname, is actually Van Skalkwijk, and it sounds terrible in English, so that's why we changed it to Shelwick. But
Okay.
so you're not the only one.
Yeah. No, exactly. Gotta
Cool.
adapt.
All right, thanks, Frederick.
Right.
Talk to
Thank
soon.
you for your sharing information.
You're welcome.
It's awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. All right, let's go to the next one. Actually, we've got someone calling us. Let's try it. Let's just accept this one. I think we wanted to do video, but let's see. I'll just do audio. I think this is Veki, perhaps Veki 911. Right, he was just calling me before. Oh. All right, so that one didn't work for whatever reason. Let's try this next one. Jamal. Let's see if we can get a video going on. All right. So once again, if you'd like me to do video or audio or nothing, just say that in the text. All right. Hello. I think we got a video here. Oh yes, we do. How you doing?
Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me? I can hear you, but I'm not sure if you can hear me. If you are watching this on the video, just make sure you got your earphones working properly. I'll type you something. I can hear you. Let's see if I think it's Jamal. Got that?
Yeah, that's me.
All
Yeah,
right.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me now. Great.
Yes.
Oh, good. Jamal, how you doing? Did I pronounce that right? I said,
Yeah, but that's my middle name. My name is Ali.
Ali. Okay.
Okay, and I'm brand new in your program, and the difficult part I found was how to create the landing page that compliant with AdWords, because you were saying that if it's not right, then they're going to reject it, and it takes a lot of time. Now, can you recommend? I'm working right now with a landing page builder company like Lead Impact or Lead Pages, and that's very easy, but I don't know if they comply. They have a landing page if they comply with AdWords.
Okay.
That's my difficult part right now. At the beginning,
Yes.
I try to go through everything, and I learn
Yes.
slowly, but
Yes. Sure. And that it probably is. And if you're new to this, that's probably going to be your biggest challenge, is to get a landing page that is compliant. With Lead Pages, they do have a template in there that is apparently AdWords compliant. So
Okay.
we haven't tested that particular lead page ourselves, but the same principles as what I've just talked about would go. They'd be looking for a good user experience, and watch out for those claims that are maybe overhyped or over-exaggerated claims that I really don't like, that sort of thing. And there's some industries that they just kind of they just don't like some industries, even though they're above board industries, they just don't like them. It goes without saying they don't like affiliate promotions, right? So if you are selling an affiliate product, you've got to think about a better way to get people to your affiliate link, rather than just sending them straight there, or even just having the link on the landing page. You've got to build out a proper site to make sure you create a good experience for your visitors. So that's, depending on your product and what you're doing, that's probably going to be your, the biggest challenge with it, was getting this right. I'm not sure if there's a ton of extra advice I can give you there, other than looking for other examples that are working really well, and maybe even finding someone else, a developer or a friend of yours or someone in the industry to help you create that page for you. We are thinking about setting up a community forum for VRoll so that you guys can hang out there and help each other out as well. So that's coming hopefully soon sometime, that we'll let you all know about. So when that opens up, that might also introduce you to some other people that you can learn from, and they might even be able to do it for you. But yeah, that if you've got to get that right to get your ads approved for sure.
Yeah, I got your interview with Vic Stroyhusen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a member of High Traffic Academy, and also I'm promoting at High Traffic Academy soon. And then in the meantime, right now, I'm promoting Mob, which is a MLM company. I don't know if AdWords like that type of business or not. And that's what I'm doing. But I have my own landing page. I have my own list building system, but I have to direct at the end to Mob product, and I don't know if that's the proper way of doing things like that.
Yeah, my understanding is that AdWords, they're not that keen on MLM kind of businesses, or business opportunity kind of businesses, or biz ops, or affiliate marketing. They don't like those sort of things, but they seem to be more tolerant when you create a nicer environment, with a landing page, and providing people with more value and more training perhaps, or more good information. And then once they get into that funnel of yours, you introduce them to your other products, whether it's an affiliate product or a multi-level marketing kind of business.
Okay.
But also, make sure you read the terms of AdWords and what they allow and what they don't allow.
Okay.
And that should give you a better answer. If you go to Google, for example, and you just do a search for Google AdWords requirements, or landing page. Landing page
Guidance, some kind of
policy guidance. or guidelines, that will bring up some of the top results. There's one that comes, if I did a search for Google AdWords landing page policy right now, and the top one that comes up is called Understanding Landing Page Experience. The second one is called Landing Page Definition with AdWords Help. So those two pages will definitely give you more insight into what they're looking for and the sort of stuff they allow and disallow. They also have other links on there that you can click on that will give you more information. So I really recommend, if you haven't done that yet, to have a look at that as well.
Yeah, I will do that. All right, thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Ali.
No problem.
Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, some great questions here. All right, so Vicky, how are you getting on with in terms of length of campaigns? All right, so I'm only going to take audio and video questions from here. So Vicky 911, if you do have a question, just put either video or audio in Skype, and I'll get back to you. So let's do next one, Jill or Gil. Let's try video. We have yet to get a full-on video person on here. I feel so lonely with the video. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
All right, I think there's some video stuff. Yes, we have video.
Sorry, I'll just hang. I've got a time lag.
Yeah, just pause the YouTube video, the live video.
All right. Is that better?
Yeah.
That's good. Hello, Gideon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well. Do you know, I'm trying to have another child, and my mother said that I should call my son Gideon.
Okay, good stuff. Yeah, it's a great name.
She said it was a classy name, is what she said.
Oh, wow. Okay, excellent.
Yeah. So you're in Queensland, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Sunshine Coast.
Okay. My name's Gil. I'm in Sydney.
Okay.
And I've just joined VRoll, and I've been wanting to be with YouTube advertising for so long, and I couldn't find a way in, so I went to Facebook and wasted 6 months.
Okay.
But I'm really happy now that I'm with with VRoll, and it's really getting me going with. I'm very excited about the placements and all of that, and I've just started running a video. I'm an actor,
Okay.
and I'm selling SFM for Stuart Ross,
All right.
and this could help your viewers. Is what I've done is I've set up, instead of a landing page, I've set up as a page on my website, which is quite detailed and rich and deep. It's got lots of menus and navigation and contact and all of that, and they approve that.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so that's a better way of doing it. Rather than having an external landing page, I'm putting it on my website.
Yes.
So
Great.
it just got through a lot quicker than the squeeze page I originally tried.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, are you able to share that link with people in the chat? Are you okay with that? I mean, you don't have
yeah,
to.
sure. No,
But,
not a problem.
For people to see as an obviously people don't copy this, but use it as an example to learn from.
With a caveat of saying I haven't actually got any leads yet.
Okay.
I've had 52 clicks
Yeah.
and no leads. So
Right.
I think I need to clean up the copy of it a bit.
Okay.
But I still think it's a great idea for doing landing pages for Google AdWords.
Right.
Is to have it on your website with all your details, and it just looks more reputable and more, I'm just going to drop that in the chat box
Yes,
now.
go for it. I might click on it as well and bring it up on. You okay if I bring it up on the screen?
Yeah, that's fine. It says actor income Hollywood by laptop.
Okay,
So you can bring that up if you want. It's
me-
just drop.
Get this over to this side.
There's a time lag with where I'm getting yours. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's going to affect the chat roll.
It's all right. It'll be only for you. Everyone else will see this in their own real time, and you
Cool.
you can watch it after as well. Okay, so there's the page now. I'll just flick over to that page for everyone else to see as well. Hopefully our voices will still work. Can you just say something?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Hello,
No,
hello.
you're still good. All right. So so there we go. Here's the example of what Gil's done. So this is a page that actually got approved. We can have a look here actually of things you could do to improve the conversion.
Yes, please.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. One thing I would certainly look at is maybe getting your headline a bit more tight. It looks very long.
Yeah.
And there's all this other text here as well that is probably not going to, it's just a bit of a distraction there.
I was thinking of doing dot points instead of that chunk.
Yeah.
Like I noticed with your Splashio when you've got like 3 dot points next to the sign up form, I think
Right.
that might be better than that text.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. And also very important, if you can somehow figure out a way to get your opt-in box above the fold. See how if you on some screens it'll just be below the fold and people won't even see it. And you've got the video sticking out there a bit in your headline. See if you can somehow get your opt-in box maybe to the right of the video, so it's above the fold.
Yeah. Okay, I can try that. I see what you're saying because
Yeah.
they might not scroll down and see the opt-in box.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of things like that. I haven't watched the video, but is that quite a targeted video that asks people to?
It's very
opt in?
targeted. You
Okay.
can click on and watch the first 15 seconds.
Okay, let's
It's
have a look.
pretty plain.
Do you want to be an actor? Do you want to just act and not have to worry about anything else? Hi, my name is Gil Balthus, and for the most of my life, I've wanted nothing more than that. And
That's
to
great.
some
Okay,
extent,
so
I've-
that beginning was beautiful. Do you want to be an actor? Just getting people to raise their hand basically and calling them out. I think that's beautiful. Now, one thing that I'd recommend you test as well is having a shorter video. That's one thing.
Yes.
Maybe a minute long
Okay.
for that. And also test completely without a video.
Okay.
Just bullet points, because we actually did this with Splashio. If you go to the Splashio homepage, we had a video on there, and it depends very much on the kind of video too. It's actually quite difficult to create a good lead page or squeeze page video that converts very well. It's easier to make it convert just with text and images. So
Yes.
there is a case absolutely for video, but it's harder to make video work for squeeze pages. For sales pages, different story. But squeeze pages, people they're just there so quickly. They just quickly want to see what's happening. they don't necessarily want to watch a whole 3-minute long video. And you know, if the thing appeals to them through seeing the images and the text, the chances of them signing up is going to be much higher.
So what I could do then is do a text landing page and use this video as a thank you page.
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. You can certainly do that. Yeah. And that'll create a lovely experience for the user as well. Definitely.
That's why I was really attracted by the V-roll ads, is because I did make a short little video out of me, the talking head thing.
Yeah.
But I liked your ads because they were just text and they just create intrigue.
Yes.
And they think, oh, well, let's go check this out, rather than having to make a decision on whether they like me or not straight away.
Right.
It's yeah. So then I would have a text ad, a V-roll ad, going to a text landing page on my website, and then a video thank you page.
That's right. That'll be beautiful.
I think that'll work. Yeah.
Give it a go. I mean, the whole conversion thing. There's so much you can do with increasing the conversions for your landing page. People to follow on that are people like Justin Brook.
Yes.
They're amazing. So if you just do search for Justin Brook and conversion, actually, let me get his website for you. So Justin Brook. Traffic. Let's just see. That'll come up number 1. I think it's called I Am Traffic. Yeah, I Am Scalable. Sorry. So if I go to here, and he's the guy is a machine. He just posted something on his blog not too long ago. So that's his. Sorry, people can't see it. You can't see it, but if the people watching it live, they'll be able to see it. Go to his blog. imscalable.com/blog, or his
scalable.com. Yep.
And let's see, the homepage might be a bit different. There's a ton of stuff there. Go to the blog. I think it just directs to the blog at the moment. Very cool stuff there, and you will definitely find stuff on conversion there.
Yes.
In fact, the Splashio homepage was modeled of one of his articles. If I do a quick search here for
it looks very nice.
Justin Brook landing page. Justin Brook, where was it? Ooh, he might have removed it. Might try a squeeze page. Now, this is not a Google compliant page necessarily that he has. If I can find it. I think he might have removed it. That's interesting.
I've got a video here saying the perfect squeeze page by Justin Brook. Is that a how-to though?
So it looks like there's a little video there. Yeah, so he probably shows you there. So just keep, if you take what he says there, and you combine it with what we've talked about with getting your page Google AdWords compliant, you combine those two things, and that's exactly what we did with Splashio. You'll end up with a high converting page that's approved by AdWords. Boom.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So that will get me the squeezability.
Right.
The convertibility. Yeah, that's the right word. Because the only thing about my page is I think it's compliant, but I'm worrying whether it converts to getting email addresses. It needs a little bit more of a squeeze. So right. I'll watch this video when it's done. I do have one more question.
Sure.
Before you pass me on. That is, I'm thinking of targeting a new market, and that's the great thing about V-Roll is you can change niches very easily.
Yes.
Because you can just do your own, because you guys make ads for us. I want to get into stay-at-home dads because that's what I am, so I can relate to them. But I want to know, the links have changed from 500 to 240, correct?
Yes.
So how many links should we or can we upload per campaign? Do we need 2,400? What should we go for in total?
It depends on a few things, like your budget and how much reach you want to have. In general, for any new campaign, we create what we call like an umbrella campaign, and I got this term from Tom Breeze, and you'll see Tom Breeze in the future here as well. We'll get him on one of these calls too. So he talks about getting this umbrella campaign just out there, and it's just getting like a ton of links that are targeted, as many as possible, and just putting it out there, throwing it out there and seeing what sticks. Because then within a day, you can see which ones are performing, which ones are not, and just, turn off the ones that are not doing well and keep the
Yeah.
ones that are doing great. So at the moment, so Google has just reduced the number of links that you can submit as a placement to just 240 per target, and you can have 10 targets per campaign. So you can have up to 2,400 links
Yes.
at the moment.
Right. Okay.
We've had a weird communication back from them saying that maybe there still is a chance to get 500 back again. But seriously, I ran this past Tom as well. Tom is a guru with this stuff. 2,400 links, especially if they're the right links, is way more than enough. You know,
Cool.
you'd struggle covering that with even a very strong budget.
Yeah.
So and even then, you know, that often you can get. What you can do is you can do. And maybe we have a separate session on this, but basically, you saw how I created a list of keywords just based from video intros, right? And there were a bunch of keyword phrases that came up. So that could be all treated like a keyword targeting group, right? A group of keywords that all came from video intros. But what I could also do, sorry, before I go on. So from that, I could create 10 targets, right? And run a campaign on that.
Yes.
If there's enough of them, maybe even run 2 campaigns on that. So 2 times 10, right? If there's enough of them. But what I could also do is go and say, all right, let's try logo animation as the main keyword phrase and see what comes up for that. So that's a different group, and do another campaign on that. So now I've got at least 2 different campaigns with 2,400 links each, and they're quite different. And you know, because they're different targeting groups, and that way, you know, if you want to get more exposure, you just repeat that and keep going.
Yeah, and so start wide and then just
Yep.
scale down. And we can do that now because we can just go into the videos and click and turn off the videos which are not working, which are not performing, which are not
Right.
relevant.
Right.
It's so much more, you know, it's like if Facebook is surgery with a big knife, this is with a surgery with a laser.
Yeah, it is exactly right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And that's what got us so excited about it in the beginning as well, because we, you know, in fact, I started off with looking at keywords and interests and what were topics. I think I started, you know, and I would just actually use all of them in one campaign, and my results would be terrible. I was just getting a ton of views, like 0 clicks, and you know, the view rate was also very, very low. And I just got so confused. I was like, I'm doing all this hard work to find these targets and these keywords and blah, blah, blah. And then I don't know how we got around to it, whether it was something that I learned from like Tommy Powers or Tom Breeze or Jake Larson, those are my first 3 big influences, or whether we just figured it out. I can't remember how we got onto it, but we figured out that if you can find a video that your target audience is watching and that they love watching, and you just pop your ad in front of it, of course it's going to be targeted. Of course they're going to be interested in what you've got to offer. So, and that's how the tool came about. You know, we said, okay, let's build this tool that can just find those exact videos that we want to show our ads in front of. So, and that's why it works so well. Yeah. So just keep on doing it. Yeah.
It's brilliant. Thank you very much. I'm enjoying it.
Awesome. And also, if you want to give us testimonial too, or a case study, even a video one, be very much appreciated. You can just send it to support at vroll.com.
Well, actually, I've got one question here. Maybe you can answer it very quickly. Just with niches, with dads, I'm struggling to find what videos or what keywords, what videos they're watching on YouTube.
Okay.
And I know this is I've got to do some research, but I don't know how to get started because I haven't. It's a brand new niche, and I haven't got into it.
Yeah. Well,
do you have any tips?
What do dads staying at home? What do they watch?
Well, that's the thing. They're probably not watching how to change a nappy, back pain, how to buy a good pram.
Right.
They're probably watching distraction stuff like their favorite music or their, how to get fit or, you know what I mean? Those kind of distractions rather than videos that are based on their demographic qualities.
Yes. No, sure. I think that's going to be the issue for you because it's quite it's a very broad thing that you're targeting here. Stay-at-home dads. It's fully broad. So I mean, what you could do is try and niche it down and say, all right, let's see if we could just target stay-at-home dads who are interested in rugby or American football, or
Yes.
maybe there's a talk show that they like watching, or a late night TV show that they like watching, and they like watching those videos on YouTube, right? So
Yeah.
put yourself in this. I mean, you are kind of in that situation, right? And
I
think,
am, yeah.
what the heck would they be sitting on the couch with their iPad, maybe watching on YouTube, in their free time, or maybe the stay-at-home dads are looking for work, possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a
Yes.
different sub niche there where you could say, all right, there's a group of them here looking for jobs, so maybe target videos that teaches you how to find a job, or how to write a good job description, or a job CV, or how to create a good resume. But I'm trying to think, what specifically just dads would be watching.
Because it's really on the rise here in Sydney. I go to parks all the time, and there's so many dads that are staying home, and the wife is out working full time.
Yeah.
And and for the product that I'm selling, it's perfect,
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So I'm just trying to find out what they're into. I mean, I did find a website, stayathomedads.com.au,
Okay.
and I'm going to follow them and subscribe to them and try and get into likes and dislikes and come up with keywords.
Yeah, that's a great idea. There's in finding those websites, see what keywords they're using to attract their audience. You can go into their metadata and see what they're using. Also, look at their content. If they have a blog, what sort of articles do they write?
They do, yeah.
There's a lot of these very popular sites that shot up, like the Unilad or the Lad's Bible, where it's sometimes it's not really for. It's sometimes a little bit rude, but it pulls a massive audience of just men, where they have all these short little updates. So that might be worth looking into as well, and seeing what kind of content they create. You can find that on Facebook really easily. And
Yes,
and then
Facebook.
go on Facebook and look at these men groups, on there,
Yes.
men pages, and see the ones that are getting like a ton of views or a ton of exposure. And look for those same kind of videos on YouTube.
Okay, that's great advice. Thank you.
All right.
I'm going to make a little video for you, and I'll send it to support. Okay,
Oh,
as
brilliant.
What do you call it? A testimonial.
Yeah. Excellent. Oh, thank you so much.
No problem.
Okay,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Gil. Take care. How awesome was that? We had a video call. All right, so Vicky was here. He did try to call again. So I'm going to try Vicky 911 because he's been trying a few times. Wonder if he's still there. So we're about 1.5 hours into it. So we might go for another 15 minutes, and I've got to close things off because I've got another meeting. But don't worry, we will have more meetings like this. Okay, Vicky 911. I'm sorry, we keep on missing each other. I'm going to move on to the next one. All right, so not seeing any text here from Dario. He's offline at the moment, so that probably won't work. SG Bulk, let's see if they're there. It says do not disturb. Alvin. Hey, Alvin, that rings a bell. Let's see if he's on video. And you saw how cool that video was, having a video caller on there. So get on video and have a chat. So Alvin is just connecting. It's not sure if it's ringing for Alvin. Here it's ringing now. All right, Alvin, if you're there, let's hope he picks up and answers. I'll give him 3 more rings. 1, 2. Oh,
Hello.
hello,
Hey, hi.
Alvin. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
You don't want to get on video, do you?
No, I'm kind of busy right now. What is it about?
Oh, no problem. I just noticed you. You sent me a friend request here on Skype, and I thought you had a question. We're just doing a live call right now. Did you want to ask a question about V-Roll?
No, not really, because I'm in the middle of something else right now.
All right, no problem. We'll let you go, and perhaps next time we can have a chat.
All right, thank you for calling.
Okay, Alvin. Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right, let's try Ruth. Let's see, Ruth. Okay. Ruth, I didn't see a message from you, so I'm just going to assume you want a video because I like video. You can, of course, answer just with audio if you want to. Let's see if she's there. All right. Ruth, it's ringing, but we're not getting you, so I'm going to let you go. Oh, here she is. Ruth, are you there? Hello, Ruth. Ruth, just pause the video, the YouTube video for the live event. Ruth is probably watching through the live event. Ruth, I need you to get on Skype and have a chat to me. Ruth, I'm not sure if you can hear me. I can hear you. I might have to turn this off if I don't hear you in the next 5 seconds. Oh, okay, we've lost Ruth. No problem. We'll move on to Stan. Okay, Stan. All right, Stan. Let's see if you're around. Now, Stan, I remember talking to you on some of the support tickets or seeing JC getting back to you. So, looking forward to have a chat. Hopefully, you're there. We can have a chat. Hey, Stan. How are you? Stan.
Hello?
Hello, Stan. How are you? I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Oh, good. Yeah, listen, I'm sorry I didn't choose video. I'm a bit under the weather right now.
Oh, no problem. We can at least see the little picture of you.
Yes, that's much better than what I look right now.
Okay.
So my questions is similar to the last gentleman. So I've done very well with Facebook, and we continue to advertise there. I have an employee testing company. We provide 3 tests. One of them is a personality profile. So our entire marketing focus is just to get in front of business owners and anybody that's in a position to make hiring decisions. And we ask them to take our free test, which is 200 questions. And then we say, look, it's your test. You take it, and we can go over the results of it with you. You can see how accurate it is, and then you can make a decision, because we don't have to do a lot of selling, because it's either accurate for them or it's not, and then they can go from there. So for us, a lead is pretty substantial. We will get a person's first name, last name, complete mailing address, phone number, email address, and they will have sat there in front of their computer for 20 to 30 minutes and filled out this this questionnaire, and that is a lead.
Wow.
So now on Facebook, we've managed to just really streamline that to where we can get a lead for almost every $5 or $6. So that's very good. Okay. And I've been following you for quite a while, and I signed up for VRoll maybe a week or so ago, and then I got our first ad done. So the question is, inside of Facebook, obviously there's different categories and behaviors and demographics that you can go for.
Yes. And
that has managed to work. So what I did with the VRoll targeting, just to start things going, was hiring employees, and then I found 10 lists, 240 per list, and then I created my own ad, a minute and 25-second ad, and it produced a number of views, a very small number of clicks.
Yes.
So the key question is, what help could you give to more zero in on the kinds of videos? I mean, besides hiring employees or training staff, training employees, we're looking for a kind of business owner who has enough employees that he would be able to use our service. He's not like got 2 or 3 employees and he's set for life.
Right.
And he doesn't have too many to where he's no longer involved in the hiring process. So we know that
It's a sweet
sweet
spot.
spot is
Yes.
wherever that is, 20, 30 employees, 100 employees. That part's not crucial, but it is a certain type of business owner. What suggestions would you make inside of the targeting
Right.
for V-roll, for videos and or channels?
Right. Okay, great question. So there's a couple of things here that you can do to improve your results. And the first thing that we're going to look at now is your targeting. So for that particular target audience, and that I think that's something that's really good about what you're doing is you're very clear on who you're targeting, and that's often the hardest thing for people doing this stuff is just getting a clear picture of who they're actually targeting. So that already is a massive step in the right direction. From there, you really need to put yourself in the shoes of those people and ask the question, what would they be watching on YouTube? What kind of videos would they be watching on YouTube that's relevant or related to your service? One idea that just popped in my head, and I'm not sure if this is related to your service, but it might be, is the whole outsourcing world, right? So, virtual assistants. So often entrepreneurs, especially online entrepreneurs, would want to just build an online team, a virtual team, and they often do the interviews themselves, right? They find maybe them through Odesk or something like Virtual Staff Finder with my buddy Chris Ducker. But that might be an area that you want to look for, because a lot of people on YouTube are searching for how to find a VA, for example, or how to find a good virtual assistant, or how to find a good outsourcer. There's a ton of videos on there on YouTube like that. Maybe videos like how to find a good employee, or how to grow your business, or how to grow your team. Those kind of keywords, I would imagine, would be quite relevant for what you're doing. And I'm not sure if you heard me talk about this previously with Gil, but what we found is that if you can find just the right video or set of videos that your target audience is watching, the chances of them enjoying your video ad and actually clicking on it goes through the roof. So, for example, if you have a yoga business, right, a yoga at home business, you sell yoga mats that you can use at home. You could maybe do a search using a keyword search tool for how to do yoga at home, and then run your ad for yoga mats that you can use at home in front of those videos. So in the same way for you can do the same thing. Get in the shoes of your target audience. Ask yourself, what are they searching for? Are they maybe searching for marketing videos? Are they watching business-related videos to help grow their business? So this is kind of not specifically related to finding employees or building your team or training them up in the right way. They're more looking for related stuff, like if they're building their team, they're also going to be wanting to learn how to market their business, perhaps. If they're a small to medium-sized kind of business, they're going to be very involved in the marketing side of the business as well. So maybe there's a set of videos there that you can target as well. And I've had a look. You can even target channels too. There's what was it? I think it was the Harvard Business School channel. Either that one, or there's another one that's related to a big university where they actually do have their channel videos monetized, and you can run your ads on them. And a lot of business folks would be watching those videos, because only business people would subscribe to those sort of channels. So I'd encourage you to look at those sort of related keyword phrases as well. Now, yes, you can, if you wanted to, go into more targeting options inside AdWords, like the interests and the topics and the keywords, if you wanted to. From my own experience, I found that just confusing, and it just confuses it. It makes it harder. But if you do want to do that, just do one type of targeting at a time. Don't mix them up. So if you're going to do just keywords on AdWords, don't mix it with placements. Just either do placements or either do keywords, etc. Yeah.
Right. That brings to mind the other question, which is, well, first of all, you said keep them separate. That makes sense. But if you try to use some of AdWords additional demographics or whatever, is that limiting the placements, or is it an and? Is it an and or is it an or to the placements?
I'm not sure actually. I don't know if it's an and or an or. I think what.
Okay, that's
what,
fine. I'll
yeah.
check that out.
What I do know though is that
That's okay.
it is possible to bid against yourself, and which could increase your cost per views. And we saw this when we first brought out our the targeting tool. We would have 5 different targets with each 5. We used to have 500 links, and there would be some overlap, some copies between the different targets, and that wasn't a good thing. So what we did was, when we do the placements now, when you submit your ad to AdWords, we get rid of all the duplicates so that you can't bid against yourself. So what I'm thinking, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I'm thinking if you're saying, if you run a campaign and you do both keyword targeting in the campaign as well as placements, you might compete for,
You might do that.
for the
That
same
makes
video.
sense.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure about when you mix it up like that, but in general, from everyone that I've learned from and everything we've done ourselves, we just keep those things separate. So if you either do placements or keywords or interest or whatever it is, you just keep it separate for your campaigns.
All right, good. And then in AdWords, that at the tail end of those columns, you have the 4 sort of 25%,
Yes,
the first
yes.
25. Do you find that valuable to look at?
Not as much anymore. We did initially when we tested our campaigns. Let me just see if I can bring it up on the screen for people. At the beginning we did, as we were testing it, because we wanted to see that people were actually watching it and how much they were watching. We'll show people on the screen here, so the video played too. Now, if you are using our templates, you probably don't have to worry about it too much, because we've got it pretty much optimized, pretty well. If you're creating your own videos, though, that might be quite useful to show you where people are dropping off. So if they're dropping off the first 25%, there might be a problem there. Or if they're most dropping off at 50%, there's a problem there. You might have to fix your video. So it can give you a nice insight into how effective your video actually is. Actually, have you tried using any of the templates before, Stan?
No. I was resisting using the templates because I've done very well with Keynote and putting together my own videos. But when I spoke to my partner earlier today, we decided maybe we should take a crack at one of them because, just because of what you said, because you guys have it nicely optimized, and it can't hurt. Let's use 1 or 2 of them and try them out.
Yeah, give it a shot. And I'd recommend you have a look at the script writing report that's inside the training for VRoll, just under the Learn tab. It's about 20 pages long. It takes you 30 minutes to read or something. But that will just give you a really good overview of what to put, what text to use inside the templates, and that can make a massive difference. It can really make a huge difference to help you get clicks, because it's and also it'll help you bring your cost per click down when you use the templates, because we ask for the click before 30 seconds is up, and of course you only pay for the view once the video gets to 30 seconds. So quite often we get a click registered but no view, right? So that means we get that click for free in essence. So as soon as your video gets longer and your call to action is later, like it's past 30 seconds, your overall cost per click will probably increase. So that's why these templates work so well as well. But you can use those same principles as well for creating your own videos too. So. But give it a shot. I'd really recommend you try it out and see what happens. Be really interested to see how you get on with that.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Gideon.
All right, Stan. Take care. Thanks for calling in. I hope you get better soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, let's have a look at Passion Vision. That looks cool. Passion Vision, I hope you're still there. I'm going to try, or David, let's try a video call. See if you're keen. Come on, we need more video people here. Video. So it's just connecting. Sometimes it takes a while to connect. By the way, are you liking this? Is this good? Is this useful? Do you like chatting to me like this? Is it a good format? Let me know. Also, let us know if you think we can improve on things. Certainly like to hear from you. So, David, we missed you. Julia, let's try Julie. Sorry, Julie. Looks like she's online. Come on, Julie. You know you want to do video. Maybe it's your partner. All right, so just ringing now. Julie, if you're there. Hello. It's Julie.
Hey, Gideon. I'll just take you off the other one. Hang on a second.
Yeah, pause
How
the
are
other
you?
one.
Just a second. I'll turn you off on your... There you go.
All right.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Excellent. I'm very good, thank you. I'm probably one of your newest members. I've actually just joined about 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
So
Great. Congratulations. Welcome.
thank you. I've thoroughly enjoyed your talk today.
Great.
I'm just working out how I'm going. I initially bought your program after hearing it on the SFM.
Okay, great.
And then today you said that they don't really like affiliate marketing. So I'm just kind of wondering now how I can use what I've bought if I'm going to go down that channel.
Oh, right. So, so when I say they don't like affiliate marketing, in particular, they don't like affiliate links, right? So when you create your campaign, you can't just put an affiliate link in there as your landing page, as your destination URL.
Okay.
But you can send them to another page that you own, and that where you create a good experience for those people, and then from there introduce them to your affiliate products. So it all comes back to that user experience, because they, when people just use an affiliate link, often it just goes to a sales page, and AdWords, from their point of view, they don't want to just have people click on the links and just get ads, right? They want people to get a useful and valuable experience. So if you can, were you on for the whole call today? And did you?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so you heard me talk about the landing page stuff there, but think about that in terms of creating. If you can create your own website that you own, that's your own domain, and you can start building your own list from there. Once you have your own list, you can then promote anything, because you're in control then on what you want to promote. So from that list that you create, you can send people to basically anywhere you want, because then AdWords is not involved anymore. But before that point, you've got to create that good user experience. So maybe it's in the form of good information, maybe it's a report that people can download that's useful to them, that maybe you create, or sometime maybe you can get rights to someone else's report. Or resource, something like that. But certainly there's Tommy Powers, a really good friend of mine, who's just crushing it with this stuff. He's been doing affiliate marketing using AdWords for a long time, and he's figured out a lot of stuff. He might be a good person to follow as well in terms of how that gets done. I know inside his members area, he has a whole webinar specifically on how to use YouTube video ads for running affiliate promotions. So he doesn't send people straight to an affiliate link. He warms them up a bit first through his own site that's Google and AdWords compliant, and then he introduces them to the affiliate offers. And it's, if you think about the bigger scope of things, in any case from a marketing perspective, in general, that's probably a much better way of doing it in any case, because you're providing great value to the world and to your audience, and you're warming people up, you're getting to know them, they're getting to know you or your business, and building that trust with them first before you promote other people's products.
Okay, yeah.
Does that make sense?
So, you say Tommy Powers was his name?
Yeah, Tommy Powers. Now, he has a course. Let me just see if I can get it for you guys. Forget the name. It's Tommy Powers Video Ads Academy. That's it. So, if you Google just Tommy Powers Video Ads Academy, his own website comes up as number one, but I'll just see if the actual Video Ads Academy site comes up. It doesn't look like it. So he doesn't have it open all the time. But if you go to just tommypowers.com, he will have probably some links on there. I'm just clicking on this banner here that might take you to one of his courses. I think this is in-stream traffic system. So he actually trains people on that stuff as well. And I think one of the upsells that he has is into his bigger members area, and that has the case study in there. It's not a lot of money to join. I think this is $97, and that might get you access to that case study. I'm not sure. But see if you can get into the Video Ads Academy. I'm not sure. You can send him an email as well. He's very responsive. But certainly he does have that training in there as well. But it's a lot of it is along similar lines to what I've talked about just in today's call. But he'll have some more specific advice for that as well if you want to just focus on the affiliate marketing side of things. But yeah, certainly it's possible, but you can't just send people straight to an affiliate link.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, the other question I have is because I've actually just looked at this sort of marketing 2 days ago when I joined your program, and I joined the SFM program 2 days ago as well. To start building a website, is there somewhere that you recommend to do that, or is it something you can do through WordPress yourself? Or
Yeah, a lot of options. In general, if you can afford it, I always recommend outsourcing the technical stuff. Getting someone else to do that for you. It's going to save you a lot of headache, and it's get it done much faster, much better. So if you can afford someone, locally is probably best because you can talk to them face to face. But second from that is something like Odesk. Finding someone on Odesk to build a site for you very cheaply. When a WordPress site would be, that's the stock standard kind of answer if you're new to this to build a site. There are lots of other services around, like for landing pages. There's Lead Pages, there's ClickFunnels. There's probably the two top ones at the moment. But for them, you just got to watch it because sometimes the default is that they host the page for you, and in general we found that that's not such a good idea for getting your ad approved if it's hosted on their website. So they give you a way to download the file and then upload it to your own server so that the file is hosted on your own site. That's much better. But even in saying that, like Lead Pages has one of their themes or templates is they call it an AdWords compliant template. So we haven't tested that, but you might want to. That might be a shortcut for you to make that work. So go have a look there. I'm not sure about ClickFunnels whether they have AdWords compliance pages, but certainly Lead Pages has that one at least that they say is AdWords compliant. So that might be a shortcut for you to just create a landing page using that. But have a look and test it and also see what happens.
And as for hosting, is there anyone in particular that you're recommending for hosting at the moment?
I've been with KnownHost myself for not VRoll, but my other businesses. VRoll is currently hosted. Actually, JC he knows, but it's much higher requirements for VRoll because it's a whole software as a service platform. For my other businesses like Splashio and my Gideon Shelberg business and Rapid Video Blogging, all those other ones, they're all hosted on KnownHost. And they've just been excellent, very affordable. I went for the higher level one. I think it's like $40 a month or something like that, which is a virtual private server, so a VPS. It was about $30 or $40, or $35 or $40 a month, and they're excellent. So they don't have like a chat support or anything like that, but with a ticketing system, you send a message and they get back to you like right away. So that's what we're using for our hosting. I know Bluehost is reputable as well, and HostGator, they're reputable as well. I'd probably stay away from GoDaddy for hosting, and even for domain names. Domain names, by the way, if you're looking for it, Namecheap is a really good one.
Sorry, Namecheap, did you say?
Yeah, Namecheap.com, they're fantastic. So I get my domains from Namecheap.com normally, and for my own stuff that is not so big, like VRoll, I just use KnownHost for the hosting.
Okay. And that's KNOWNHOST, is it?
Correct, yes.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you. I probably used up lots of people's time today, but just getting started, it's a matter of where do you go and who recommends what. So
Yes, that's
excellent.
right. Great question. And it sounds like you're either a Kiwi or an Aussie.
I'm originally Scottish, but I've been in Australia a long time, so I
okay.
speak like an Australian.
Okay, very cool.
Roll coaster.
I'm still working on my accent.
That's good. No, that's excellent. Well, thank you very much for all your help today. I look forward to listening in to more live shows.
Okay, great, Julie. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So JC just sent me a message here. JC, I've just accepted you if you do want to send me a message. I'm not sure if you want to ask a question. We have, I know there's probably a few more people that we haven't been able to get to, but we've been at it for about 2 hours now. I've got to go soon, so maybe if there's one quick question, there's the next one in line is Mick. Mick, we'll see if you can get video on there. Mick is normally good with video, so if it can be a quick question, Mick, we'll do that the last question, and then we'll bring this to an end. And don't worry, we will have more training, and we will have more opportunity like this. Mick, are you there?
How are you going? Can you hear me okay?
I can, but I cannot see you.
Oh, that's because I haven't pressed that button there.
Yes. Oh, good. We've got, yes. Now, Mick here, he's very good with this stuff, with video and audio. So if you ever want to follow what he's doing, have a look. He's interviewed me on a number of occasions. How you doing, Mick?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you very much.
You have a question?
I do. We did have a chat the other day, and you were showing me wonderful ways of planning how to do this and how to do that and keep things under control. And I wanted to ask you after you'd hung up, what do you do, say, on a weekly basis to check your statistics and check the clicks and so on? Do you have a specific process that you follow? Because I know you were showing some processes the other day. All I do is I write down, once a week, go in and check the analytics and so on and so forth, but I'm fairly sure or suspicious that you would have a much better system.
This time I don't. I'll just to put a bit of context here with this question. Let's grab something. This is what Mick interviewed me, and I showed him this thing, and this is my to-do list, and it kind of, I'm not sure if it blew your mind. Maybe it more made you laugh a little bit on the inside.
No, I've been in therapy ever since.
But so I get a bit serious about productivity. When it comes to the tracking stuff, I must say I haven't developed a proper system there yet. So that might be the next thing for me. I do know that friends of us like Tom Breeze, they're much better at this than I am. They do have a system where they have rules on when they check stuff. For me in general, the way I do it is I would with every new campaign I would check it every day for the first week and make those optimizations for the first week, and then I might flick it around to once a week or something like that, and just keep an eye on it. So it's not a big super duper fancy system like my to-do list system. But maybe I can create something like that and sell it. But no,
Sign me up.
It's pretty simple and straightforward. I mean, the key thing for me is if it's sending me traffic and it's sending me leads and sales, I'm happy. So then I just work on improving the conversion rates at each of those stages.
Okay, well that's cool. Well, it'd be handy to know, like if you do start to systemize that in any sort of way, what the specific things are you tend to look at, what order you do them, and like even just blinding flash of the obvious. Then when you have a new campaign, look at it every day. I think that's great. And great stuff.
And I go through the same sort of sequence like I showed you today. I first look at are the video placements relevant, and then just turn them off if they're not. And then I keep running out for another few days before I do anything else. A day at least, another day at least, maybe more. And then I look at the other things. Then I look at things like is my targeting? Do I have good enough targets? Do I have a good enough video message? Do I need to change my bid prices? Do I need to change the budget for the day? So those 5 things. So I look at those in that sort of order, and then I improve it as I go.
No, that's answered the question. So if you get it written down on some sort of colourful chart, let me know.
Well, I think I might, if those reports are useful, I might like the other two that I've created, I might create another one just for optimization and have a bit of that in there as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great system, and I want to get into it at a higher level, and I just found that I was sort of flopping from here to there, and I didn't really have a step-by-step process just to tick off to make sure I was looking at the right thing. So I thought you'd be the man to ask.
Oh, and since you're so good with video, Mick, if you do want to send us a video testimonial as well, that'd be fantastic. We'd really appreciate that.
Of course. Don't know why I didn't ask earlier.
Great. We'll probably send out an email to everybody, those people who are interested in getting featured as a case study. I'd love to hear from you.
I'll knock out a small Hollywood production for you.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Good to see you again, Mick. Take care.
See ya.
Bye-bye. All right. So that was amazing. Let me just get my whole face back. That was amazing. 2 hours. I actually didn't expect to go for this long. We still have most people on the call, which is great. Sorry if I didn't get to your question this time around, or if JC, I'm not sure if JC was able to get to everyone in the chat area, but just want to say thank you very much for joining again. If you ever have any suggestions for more training or any other features that you might want to see in VRoll, just send it to support@vroll.com, and there'll be someone there watching and taking a note of it. So love to hear from you. We will probably put a little button somewhere in the members area as well that you can just click on and send us feedback or any ideas that you might have. But also, if you have a testimonial or a case study that you want to share with us, either do it through text or send us a little link to a video that you've done, and we'd be happy to, if it's a good enough one, we're happy to feature you inside one of our case studies or any of our promotions. So, and it's a way of giving back. But thank you so much. There will be more of these. I really enjoy them, and I love hearing from you. And look forward to speaking to you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next live event. Take care. Oh, first I want to see. Yeah. I'll exit with my nice intro. Bye-bye.